welcome to the stage right now, Leon Rubis.
Yeah.
Leon?
Thank you, Justin. So I was never very athletic. Sports are not my thing. You know how when you're kids on a playground and you're choosing on sides to play a sport, and there's always one kid who's chosen last? Well, I was always chosen right after that kid. However, I was a pretty precocious child. During my school years, I actually skipped a grade, preschool, and went right into kindergarten, no problem. I knew my ABCs, and I could count all the way up to 9 7/16. So as I grew up, I had to find pastimes and hobbies that did not involve sports. So, for instance, today, I like to go onto my computer and go into Google Maps Street View and drive the wrong way down one-way streets. It's a lot of fun. You should try it. It scares the hell out of other drivers. So I'm all grown up now, but despite my advanced age, there's a lot of stuff I haven't figured out. I just don't understand a lot of things. I don't understand why we say we slept with someone instead of having sex. Isn't sleeping the last thing you do? I mean, if sleeping was the highlight of that encounter, why bother? And by the same token, we say we're seeing someone when we're actually in an intimate romantic relationship. Folks, seeing someone is the most superficial interaction you can have with another human being. It's a long way from seeing someone to sleeping with them. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why when somebody can't do something very well, we say they can't cut the mustard. Who in the hell does cut mustard? And how did that become a performance standard? Did I miss a class one day in mustard cutting? I've seen people cut a deal, cut a rug, cut up, cut in, and cut out. I've never seen anyone cut mustard. I got to wonder why we eat some of the things we do. You got to admit, some of the things we eat are kind of gross, like eggs, for instance. How did eggs become part of our diet? So, can you imagine two hungry Neanderthals talking? And one says to the other, "Thor, do you see that big fat bird that doesn't fly? I think that hard white ball that came out of its ass would be good to eat." And Thor replies, "Yeah, I'm thinking eggs Benedict or a nice quiche Lorraine. Or we could just fry it sunny side up." Vegetarians have the right idea. Vegetarianism is a good thing. It's good for your health and for the environment. I do have to wonder, though, why so much vegetarian food is made to look like meat. There's vegetarian bacon and sausage and hamburgers and hot dogs. If you're going to give up meat, shouldn't you give up things that look like meat? I mean, it's kind of like marrying a homely woman and saying, "Dear, I love you, but would you mind wearing this mask of Margot Robbie?" So, scientists are working on a lab-grown meat now. It's derived from animal cells, and they're working on growing this in labs, but mass-producing it so they can sell it. Sell real meat that does not come from livestock. And I have so many questions about this. I mean, what would it look like? Could I still get a T-bone steak or a chicken wing? And I have to wonder, what kind of scientist goes into that field? Can you imagine being a PhD candidate in biochemistry? And you think, well, I could research cures for cancer or Alzheimer's, or I could grow great big bloody masses of chuck roast. One final thing I don't understand is why when we really, really like something, we say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. How did sliced bread become the milestone for progress? Let's see, in the march of civilization, there was the invention of the wheel, and then penicillin, and then sliced bread. It reminds me of the famous words of Neil Armstrong, the first man to land on the moon. when he said, "That's one giant leap for mankind. Not as great as sliced bread, but pretty damn good."